Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this special edition of ISO 9001 2008 Awareness Training, a regular initiative from Lakshya Management Consultant Private Limited, wherein we bring you the best of the ISO 9001 2008 related awareness trainings. In this particular edition of ISO 9001 2008 Awareness Training Program, we are going to focus on one very important part of ISO 9001 2008 requirement, that is quality policy and quality objectives. Now, practically, any organization going for ISO 9000 or 2008 certification, they'll be required to have a quality policy statement. Now, what is the importance of quality policy? How quality policy is to be prepared? What are the minimum contents that you need in a quality policy? What is quality objective? How quality objectives are to be identified? What is the significance of quality objective identification? And how a good quality objective is to be identified. This is what we are going to cover in today's awareness training module. First of all, quality policy. Quality policy is a long-term vision and mission for the organization. Where I want to see my organization 10 years down the line. This is what your quality policy should cover. Now, practically, when an organization initiates ISO 9000 and 2000 certification process, quality policy identification is the first requirement, because quality policy tells you where you want to see your organization in future. Until unless you are not clear where you want to see your organization, you will go nowhere. You will end up nowhere. You will keep on walking without reaching where ultimately you should have reached. So what ISO 9000 and 2008 standard says is, first of all, identify clearly where you see your company in future. Now, when you do that, there are four requirements that you should be considering. Number one, company's commitment towards quality. Number two, company's commitment towards customers. Number three, company's commitment towards employees. Number four, company's commitment towards continual improvement and meeting all applicable legal, statutory, regulatory requirements. Considering these four parameters, a statement is to be prepared which says where I see my company in future. Now, assuming that an organization has made a nicely drafted quality policy statement with beautiful words, clear indication of where they want to go. They've made it, signed by the top management, printed it, put it into an expensive frame, displayed across the organization. What next? Just by having a quality policy statement does not mean that your company will reach to that position. You need to improve. You need to make initiatives for improvement in various processes. How does that can be realized? That can be realized through quality objectives. So number one, you have a quality policy in place which says where you want to go in future. Then have a process based quality objectives. What ISO 9000 and 2008 standard says is there should be quality objectives at appropriate levels within the organization. Now there are different options. If it is a very small organization, you can just have few objectives, 4, 5, 6 quality objectives applicable for the complete organization. Or there can be department based objectives. What we suggest to our customers as an Lakshya Management Consultant Private Limited is have two level of quality objectives. First level of quality objective would be at corporate level. Second level of quality objectives would be at departmental level, process based objectives. So on the basis of quality policy, identify your quality objectives. Now one point of caution, lot of people miss that, even based of the auditors miss that. What we suggest our customers is, even ISO 9000 standard says the same thing. Quality objectives are to be derived from quality policy. So there has to be correlation between quality policy and quality objective. How that can be achieved? Simple logic. You set up your quality policy because you want your company to be in that position. Now, in order to reach that, you need to have short-term measurable goals, targets, which ISO 9000 describes as quality objectives. So quality objectives is nothing but your short-term goals that you want to achieve, either at corporate level or at departmental level. For an example, to reduce customer complaints from X% to Y% by December 2011 can be a valid objective. To conduct X number of training programs for the employees by December 2011, a valid objective. To make sure that all the customer inquiries received are answered within 2 hours is a valid quality objectives. To reduce percentage of free work from X% to Y% by December 2011 is a valid objective. To reduce number of errors taking place in packaging from X% to Y% or X number to Y number by December 2011 is a valid objective. So there are various options how you can identify quality objective. What we tell our customers is, when you want to set up a quality objective, ask a question to yourself. The question you need to ask, and mind you, this works. The question you need to ask is, what is there in my company or what is there in my department that needs improvement? You will get tens of answers. I want to improve A, B, C, D, E, F, G, X, Y, Z in my department or in my company. Number one. Number two, then ask a second question. From all these answers that you receive for first question, how many of these can be quantified? It will get reduced by half. Ask a third question. For how many of these parameters I can put a time limit? That becomes a quality objective. Because quality objectives are to be SMART. That is SMART. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant and time bound. So what you need to do is make sure that whatever quality objective you identify is measurable and is time bound. Because in quality language we say that if you are not able to measure anything, you can never improve it. So make sure your objectives are measurable and time bound. Now just to conclude, initiate your ISO 9001 2008 certification process by having a decent quality policy that talks about customer commitment, employee commitment, continual improvement and commitment towards meeting all applicable legal requirements, and have corporate objectives. There has to be linkage between quality policy and quality objectives, because quality objectives are means to reach your quality policy. So quality objectives are to be derived from your quality policy. Have corporate level quality objectives which are SMART, and then depending on size of your organization, have department wise or process wise quality objectives. Now from our experience as an ISO 9001 certification organization with customer base in more than 40 countries, we can say that organization that gives proper importance to quality objective identification gets the best of the ISO 9001 system. There are plenty of examples wherein quality objectives is linked to KPIs and in turn linked to the performance appraisal. Because what happens is, quality policy would be a top level document. Now there would be lot of gap between what top management of the organization wants and what is the expectation from the lower level middle management of the organization. This gap is filled by quality objectives. So make sure to get the best of your quality management system, you have quality policies and quality objectives identified which are linked to day-to-day performance, business objectives, corporate goals of the organization, and they become the live objectives. When I say live objective, it means that the quality objective must address the real and actual requirement of the organization. When that happens, there won't be two parallel systems. One I do for my day-to-day business, one I do for ISO 9000 compliance. That never works. You need to make sure that there is a simple objective, single objective, be it for ISO 9001, be it for corporate quality objectives or corporate goal achievement, single unified system that works in the best of the interest of the organization. And when that happens, company really achieves a sustainable competitive advantage. So from our experience, have a sound system of quality objectives identification, planning for quality objectives and mapping it. and measuring it. Because when you establish a quality objective, you need to make sure that objectives are not just established, but you make a proper planning and you regularly achieve that. For any assistance you need on quality policy and objective, feel free to visit our website www.lakshya.com or send us an email at info@lakshya.com. Thank you very much and see you in our next episode on quality management system. Thank you very much.